Hello. Wow, a beautiful day it is. Exactly. Well, welcome to Estic Media on YouTube, wherever it is you're watching me from. My people, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. But the important thing that we need to be telling ourselves right now is how do we take our country back from the clutches of darkness? Some people will say witches and wizards have actually taken over our country. It's not funny, to be honest with you, but it's terrible. These are dire situations, these are dire circumstances. I want you to watch this video from Yahaya Bello. And I'm not gonna lie for you, me too, I shock small. Although we already know about these things, but it's not something that is spoken audaciously, brazenly like that. But this one, he said it. So just watch. Let's see. Watch it.
And to you, the new assembly member, let me tell you, I'm not afraid to say it at any point in time. This democracy, not with the way they describe me,
The white lion.
you know, I'm always practical. I will tell you, it's not the way they describe him. Somebody recommended you. If they allow him like that, you will not imagine. Oh. I'm telling you the truth. This is the practical. Tomorrow somebody will tell you, why are you there? Are you a stooge? You are an assembly member. Exert your position. You are a legislature. The executive is turning you like this. They turn you left, you go left. They turn you right, you go right. Assembly not be like that. Not be like that, oh. Ever since I emerged as the governor of Kogi State, till I left, and after stabilizing the assembly, did you hear any quarrel in the assembly?
No, at all.
Did you hear any quarrel in the assembly? There's none. And there shall be none throughout our reign. When I say our reign, after me, Ododo is there. After Ododo, another person is coming from inside though. From inside though. As you are going in there now, go and cooperate with the Speaker, other members of the House of Assembly of Kogi State, and be part of those that will support Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo. Are you getting my point? In everything that comes to the Assembly, everything. Even if you don't understand, call your brother here.
Yes.
Call him. Say, they hear something like this, so which is the way? Whatever he tells you, follow. Whatever Okana tells you, follow it to the letter. Are you getting my point now? Follow it to the letter. You know our culture. He served under me. Who is another assembly member? You know.
I think that video is self-explanatory. I don't think there is anything more to say, and I don't think there's any addition to what needs to be said. But ladies and gentlemen, 2027 is approaching. A lot of Nigerians feel we should not be discussing 2027. We should be discussing how to survive each day, meaning that hold the government of the day accountable, not just President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the governors, the ministers, the House of Rep members, our legislatures, our senators, our councillors, and including the local government chairman. That the system of government is not only the responsibility of one person, it's a collective effort of everybody. Some people also believe that it is those surrounding President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that are inept. They are the ones rubbishing his administration. But then the president trusts these persons, and that is why they surround him, and they supposedly do what he tells them to do, or he trusts their judgment in executing their different duties or their portfolios. Because if you're not performing, you would have recalled the appointment from them, you would have asked them to step down or sack them or reappoint someone else to take over their position. So obviously, the president is comfortable with some of these appointments he has made, specifically the ministerial appointments. Otherwise, we wouldn't be hearing complaints from all quarters, and the president would try to defend the president of being oblivious of these happenings. Well, the quagmire here is this. While the political stalwarts are busy ensuring that power remains with them, that their reign continues to remain sacrosanct and nobody takes it away from them, there are talks that 2027 is the only thing this administration is all about. Now, what is the fear? Atiku Abubakar has come out to say that he may not even contest 2027. What he is even saying is that anybody who turns out to win the primaries in the ADC, they would support. But there is a situation within the ADC. And what is the situation? PeterObi and Atiku are not yet official members of the ADC. This was a disclosure made by one of the sources within the ADC. There are complaints that because the fact that they haven't solidly decided to be part of the coalition, that it's limiting the influence of the coalition, is limiting people from having to trust the movement or trust the party to join. But let's look at the scenario. Some stalwarts and some Nigerians believe that PeterObi should not be part of the coalition. They don't represent his personality or the brand of politics he's actually trying to bring into the Nigerian system. They represent a brand of politics that has always been. For example, some people believe Atiku was working for Tinubu in 2023 or in 2019, worked for Tinubu in 2023, and that who knows that in this 2027 elections, he may be working for Tinubu as well. Some other persons believe that with the antecedents of some of these persons in this coalition, how would PeterObi be part of this set of people? Well, PeterObi has always maintained that, yes, he's part of the coalition. He is part of a coalition that is all about good governance and making sure that it is people oriented. Whatever it is they're all about is people oriented. Then questions are raised as to what is the ideology of the ADC and what do they represent? Is it just to oust President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What is that thing that is different from what Tinubu is doing that you will do? What is that thing that you want to implement that is going to be different or better than what Tinubu is currently doing? And how would you go about it? Some people feel that the ADC doesn't have an explicit method of handling the government. Some other Nigerians also believe that the ADC cannot come and put out their scorecard or their spell card so that the APC will copy it. They wouldn't spill their secrets to governance. If the APC feels they are better, they should know what to do. And Nigerians will not be groaning, considering how a lot of Nigerians are groaning. In fact, one of the APC secretaries, Basiri, came out to say that Nigerians are not hungry, that it is the politicians that are saying that Nigerians are hungry to create a scenario that governance is not being implemented across the three tiers of government, that it is them that are hungry for power and not Nigerians. That how can you say Nigerians are hungry when about more than 4,000 or 400,000 Nigerians are benefiting from NEL Fund, talking about the subsidy on kidney dialysis at the federal hospitals? That how can you say Nigerians are hungry? Now, no, it's the politicians themselves in the opposition and specifically the ADC. They are the ones that are hungry for power. So he literally discarded the cries, the plea, and talk of Nigerians being hungry. Again, President Olusegun Obasanjo recently lambasted the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and also the political class. He says they are not democratic. He says they decide the kind of salaries that they want for themselves. That while they are telling the people to endure poverty, they are busy eating fat and eating large. They are not governing, they're rather politicking. The corruption is so brazen. Olusegun Obasanjo also referred to the judiciary as being in the pocket of the executive and INEC as an institution to be one of the most corrupt institutions to conduct elections. He also called out the investigation agencies, the financial crimes agencies like the EFCC and the ICPC, of not doing due diligence in executing their duties, and how supposed corrupt individuals are the ones in power deciding Nigeria's future, and that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. If something is not done as soon as possible, he doesn't know, especially if they don't do the right things, he cannot predict the future of Nigerians. At this point in time, it is a political class that is holding Nigerians at the cusp of sanity. If the political class does not retrace their step and become moral and ensure that they actually apply true dividends of democracy, he doesn't know where Nigeria would go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important that we keep ourselves abreast with happenings in the country. It is also necessary that we follow the trends, and it is also important that we continue to cry out for electoral reforms. Because without these electoral reforms, what transpired in 2023 will also transpire in 2027. Another question to ask is who is speaking to the president and asking him questions that is important and in the interest of Nigerians? How come nobody is resonating the cries and the pleas of Nigerians? How come these persons are not considering their plight? How come it feels like every time Nigerians are crying out, it's like it's in a container that echoes within an isolated chamber, but those at the top are literally not listening or hearing anything? They work and suffer and they eat from their proceeds. Taxes all over the place, purchasing power is limited, money is not shared across, it is just within a circle of persons, them. Well, I want to know what you think based on what has been discussed here. It is imperative that the right thing is done, and it is imperative that we continue to hold the government of the day accountable. In other words, do you think Atiku should publicly declare his intention, or he rather says, I am supporting this person? Others believe that the ADC is selfish. They just want to acquire power by all means. They're not really having the interests of the people. Otherwise, if they want to replicate what the APC did in 2015 or rather in 2014, thereabout, they would all come together, put aside their own political differences, choose one person and decide that they want to work for this person, name the person, and during the primaries, everybody will actually vote for that person. That was the only way the APC could do it, and that was one of the strong reasons they were able to defeat the incumbent then, Goodluck Abela Jonathan. But that if the ADC continues to all promote their own personal interests, create confusion, then they may lose the well-being or the well-meaning Nigerians who literally wants to support the party if they don't decide what they want to do now. They're also telling the ADC not to think they have time like they think they do, because they don't have the time. But well, the coalition is the coalition for the interest of Nigerians or the coalition of self-serving politicians who have been retired from the seat of power and want to look for another opportunity to gain power there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to know what you think on the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. It's vital that you subscribe. It's important actually that you subscribe. Bye for now.